conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Coach, it's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Go, go. 180. Check, check. No. Rip right, rip right. Check 37, check 37. Two jet.
Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Go, go. 59. Watch the pass. Like 59.
Now Wentz on third down. This is caught by Jackson. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Mike, here we go. 180. I got you, son.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on first down, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 17-yard line.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. They'll run with Scott. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 out low. 36. Got what? Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Yup.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Man. SOS.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Quick. Go. You. Come to me, it's me.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go. Great. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 2. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Scott, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Holyfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3 and out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Let's get on. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Throwing now is Murray. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Joker. Yeah. Let's go.
On the ground, Geis And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Watch the eye.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run with Geis, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Check, 59. Squeeze. Back. Check 50, check 50.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
He's checking crack. Shift.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offense.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
On first down, this is Geis. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 25, check 25, check 25. He's coming. Let it go.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Here's Hyde. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38. Slam, slam, slam. Switch it. Go, go. Come on, switch it. Slam, slam. Hatch it, hatch it.
First down, Murray. Complete to Bryant. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Complete to number 86. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Under 10, 10.
On second down, here's Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Yeah, that's what I do. Yo. Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
Here's Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike, check, 59. Check, Mike.
Murray with a third and long. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here we go. 180. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
You got three.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the carry, this is Scott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
57 to Mike. 57.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sunday. Hey, kill it. Hey, 4-2, kill it.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Go. Hey,
tighten down. There you go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Go. Check 43.
They go again with Scott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Scott. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. 49, check 49.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Geis. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 13.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Line 36. Line 36. Come on, D. Watch 36.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. Bleeding!
Get ready. Get ready.
87.
On 1st down, Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Elijah Holyfield, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. It's Scott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
36. Quit talking about it and bring it. Kill, kill, go, go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it. Slam, slam. That's it.
Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his right. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check, check, check.
On 3rd down, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Go. 180.
59. I'm coming for you.
Now a give right side. It's Scott, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Out of the gun, Geis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check, crunch.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Wait. Fix the mic. Watch the screen. Watch. Line 36. Line 34. Exit. Check. Watch that.
Throwing on first down is Murray. It's caught by Bryant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Second and 5 at the 22-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
Line 36. Check. Fresno.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
In the end zone. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Check. Hot. Mike. Let's go, D. Yeah. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check. Lucky.
Now Murray again. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Jannard Avery in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.